Warning! The following podcast has been specified clearance level red. Listening at infrared clearance level is considered treason.
Enjoy the show.
Here we go.
Infinite lives. We got infinite lives. Never say never. We're gonna live forever. Infinite lives.
Hey party people, welcome once again to the Party of One podcast, an RPG podcast built for two. I am your host as always, Jeff Stormer. Joining me this week is Ian Vaflor, aka Billy Kumohara. Ian is a producer for Chikara Pro Wrestling and Kaiju Big Battle, two of my favorite wrestling organizations in the entire world, as well as the web series Welcome to Anadonia, and the Disney XD pilot Spooky Squad, info on all of which can be found in the show notes. This week we're playing Paranoia XP by Mongoose Publishing. Paranoia is a dystopian screwball comedy, in which players take the role of troubleshooters, tasked by the all-powerful and eternally benevolent friend computer with completing high-stakes, world-changing missions, all while remaining vigilant for treasonous scum like secret society members and unregistered mutants. This is often made difficult due to the fact that every troubleshooter is both a secret society member and a mutant. Normally, Paranoia is special in that it's competitive, with each player receiving secret missions and orders from their secret society to betray, steal from, or outright murder their partners. So when Ian suggested playing Paranoia single player, I leapt at the opportunity to see if it could be done, and I'm glad it did, because it worked well, and Ian is a hell of a Paranoia player. A quick technical note, there's some glitchiness to some of the audio that I wasn't able to fully take care of. It's still plenty listenable, just rough at points. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Interested in coming on Party of One as a guest? Send me an email at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. I'm always looking for new cool people to play cool games with. And with all that out of the way, I'm going to throw it over to me in the past so he can get started with the show. Take it past me. Thanks, future me. My guest this week, I'm super excited, is Ian Vaflor. Ian, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Jeff, I'm doing all right. Happy New Year's, buddy.
Happy New Year! I am so excited to have you on the show. You're one of the first people I emailed about coming onto the show, and it's been a little. It was a little bit, but I'm really excited. I'm super pumped. I'm super pumped to be playing a game this week because this is a game that I have been that has been said can't be done 2-player.
Yeah.
This is a game. This is a challenge that I have accepted to play Paranoia this week. I am unbelievably excited.
I haven't played this. To be honest, I probably haven't played this in about 20 years. So I'm really stoked to do this myself. So.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm very excited. So before we get started, let's just chat, do the plugs and stuff. That way we can just sort of get, build on this natural rapport we've got going.
Yeah, man.
So talk to me about what you got coming up.
Okay, So, my real name is Ian Vaflor. Some of you guys might know me as Billy Kumohara. I've been a producer for Chikara Pro Wrestling for a couple seasons. Most notably, I guess, like season 11 through 13. The Dark Days.
Dark Days.
And I always
I think that's where we met, actually.
Yeah.
We went bowling together.
Yeah. Man, that was so long ago.
That was crazy long ago.
Yeah, I think about that, and that was a chunk of time ago. But the new season's starting up really soon. The exact day, man, I'm real bad about this. I have a million different tabs out with stats and things like that, but nothing about any.
I can come in on this one because I happen to know that it is January 30th.
January 30th, right in Philadelphia,
yes,
at the Wrestle Factory, which is going to be really awesome. On top of that, I'm also helping out with Kaiju Big Battle now. I have an interdimensional twin named Andre Boucher, who is part of the Kaiju Sports Network, and he's part of the announcing team there. So if the Kaiju Big Battle ever destroys your city, most likely you will find me there as well. And then on top of that, doing a lot of web content. Recently, I did a pilot. I was lucky enough to be part of a pilot for Disney XD called Spooky Squad. You can check that out on a channel called The Continue Show.
I watched that. That was super good. I really enjoyed it.
Dude, it was so fun.
You can tell watching it that it was super fun.
Yeah, I think a couple of the guys, or are you friends with a couple of the people that are somewhat tangentially related, like Sarah LaBeouf and Luke Brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah and Luke. Luke is actually should be on the show by the time this episode goes live, but I'm not going to make any promises because I have no idea what my queue looks like at this point.
Okay, that's exciting.
Friend of the show, Luke Brown.
Yeah, Luke is awesome.
He's
I know
great.
him from back in Gamer Vision days. I'm friends with all those guys. But then, and then also, it's finally coming out. Something I've been working on been part of a really big team for the past year and a half or so. Is a web series called Welcome to Anadonia, produced in Philadelphia. It's a whole bunch of different artists, puppeteers, musicians, animators, and I'm becoming kind of an expert or an old. And a veteran of like micro budget filmmaking now. And,
That's a good skill to have, man.
yeah. This one's really amazing. I've been watching some of the dailies for it, and it's really cool. We've got some really cool guest stars. Mega Ran's in it. Trace Bolio from Mystery Science 3000 is one of the major characters in it too, which is really cool to be able to work with him as well. But yeah, that's coming out super soon. Season 2 is coming out really soon.
Season 1 is on YouTube now. It's super good. I'll link to it in the show notes. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, man.
Muppets are very close to my heart. Dirty jokes are very close to my heart. It's two things that I love. It's fabulous. Yeah, that's great. Chikara, I've talked about it on Twitter before, on the podcast, and constantly on my personal account. It's my home away from home. I love it with all of my heart. So
Mine
yeah.
too, actually.
Oh, it's the best. I will rave about it forever. So yeah, the 30th, the Wrestle Factory, Northeast Philadelphia.
Northeast Philadelphia. Yeah. Don't go to Northwest Philadelphia looking for fights.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
that's a bad idea. So great. I think that with the plugs and stuff out of the way, I think we're ready to get going and dive into the world of Alpha Complex.
Awesome. All right.
Welcome to Alpha Complex. I should specify from this point forward, this audio is meant only for clearance red troubleshooters and higher. If you're clearance infrared, do not listen to this podcast. I don't mean to discriminate, but we don't want any trouble.
I don't think they even have access to they don't even have access to these broadcasts. So
that's fair.
Unless we're on, So.
Oh, I did want to ask you before you get started. Are you feeling like you have a good handle on the rules? You feel like you know how everything works?
Well, not knowing the rules is part of the rules, so we have to...
I really thought I was going to get you on that. Okay, good. All right. So,
it's way above my security clearance, so...
I was so happy. I was so hoping to get you on that. Okay, so tell me about your character this week.
So my name is Sprainer Doss. I'm from Volunteer Collections Agency. It's a subsidiary of the Alpha Complex's Central Processing Unit. Recently started in this position. Previously, I was working in the what they call lead generation when I was part of Volunteer Collections Agencies as an infrared. And really, what we do is we contact citizens in Alpha Complex who perhaps may have some fines that were levied. Because they did something that, not treasonous, but perhaps there was a fine levied because of, they didn't pass a hygiene test, or they just got a misdemeanor from speaking out of turn to a higher, not deferring to a higher security clearance, and this is really my dream job,
Mm-hmm.
like those days when. I just get to process all of these fines, specifically the ones coming in from traffic violations. Let me tell you, I couldn't be any happier working here at Volunteer Collection Agencies, just going over traffic violations. If you can see behind me, I have a huge list of just all these auto cars, makes and models of all sorts of different vehicles, which you really didn't get to see as an infrared. But most we got was a giant mass transit system. But man, love to just get my hands on one of these sweet hovering auto cars, and just to take it apart and see how it works. So yeah.
Well, Friend Computer greatly appreciates your commitment to your job and to Friend Computer as an entity and organization. It greatly appreciates your loyalty to your position.
Yeah.
And it values your commitment to the stringent ideals of Friend Computer, which includes a staunch hatred of mutations and secret societies.
Yeah.
With that said, let's talk about your mutation and secret society membership.
Okay, so we're going to take this one if I can take this offline for a second, so...
Sure. Let me just cue that up. Yeah, you're off the grid. You're good.
Awesome. All right. So, everybody in the creche calls me Sprainerd, but you can call me by my real name. It's 6553/E72/04B, and I'm a 13th degree member of Corpor Metal, and we're a secret society that believes that the right way is the machine way. Otherwise, why would we be here, right?
This is true.
You know, that's why
true.
I mean, when I look at the office cubicle, when I'm in VCA, all I see is a huge circuit board, and all I am is just another diode zipping back and forth, processing those papers. I mean, it's my goal. I just really, I look at a scrub bot, I look at a navigation system in an auto car, and man, I'm just jealous. I want what they want.
Of course.
Don't have to sleep, just work all day long.
That's the dream, right? Like, you know.
That's the dream. I don't even need sleepy time supplements, and I dream about that all the time. And the other thing that I like to do in my dormitory when no one's looking is I like to pretend I'm a hoverbot, like one of those drones, and that's at first I thought I was imagining it, but I guess I have a little bit of a mutation. I can make myself levitate. I've made some other things levitate, maybe just like a pencil or a stapler across. But it's I'm still trying to figure it out. But man, sometimes when no one's looking, I just like to hover around my own little dormitory room. I shut the cameras off when I do that, though.
Of course.
Yeah, because having a mutation is treasonous.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
Of course. We would never want to expose that to friend computer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's worth pointing out, you should really keep all of that especially under wraps, because role-playing is strictly forbidden within Alpha Complex. Yeah. That said, let's go back online and we'll do some role-playing.
Okay, one sec.
Alright. So, you are in the midst of an ordinary day.
Okay.
You are examining your wall of traffic violations. You're filling out some paperwork when, echoing through the air outside, you hear first a roaring ambulance siren, and then over every loudspeaker in the city, and there's a loudspeaker on every corner, so it's just booming, echoing through all through the streets. Everyone has stopped silent, and it says, "Sprainerd, please report for briefing for troubleshooting mission. You have been selected for active duty. Please report as soon as possible to the nearest available briefing location."
Okay.
Sprainerd, please report for briefing.
Enjoy
your day.
Okay, so they didn't tell me where the closest briefing station is. It's just my own little inner monologue here, so I guess what I'm going to have to do is try to figure out where that's going to be first, and and figure out. So there's at least like 20 different briefing stations in DOS sector alone.
Yes,
so,
that is true.
Okay, man. All right.
You're going to have to find the closest one.
I have a pretty extensive knowledge of all the public transit systems, like all the best routes and everything around my sector in and of itself, but there's no one around. My boss is like, I'm going to find my superior.
Okay.
And I want to find my superior and just let him know that that was for me and I have to leave for the day. So,
okay.
Where are they at? Yeah.
Your superior is in their office. The door is currently closed. They are screaming at a sobbing infrared.
Okay.
You can't hear anything through the soundproof door, but they're sobbing. You peek through the window, and they have just thrown a chair. It has shattered against the wall. At which point, the infrared runs out of the door, stops, looks at you, realizes who you are, recognizes your name, puts their hands up, says, "I don't want any trouble. I've had enough day already," and then they're just gone.
Okay. Well, I'm not the scariest guy in the world, so I'm not going to even pay no mind. But I was little taken aback by that show, show of authority here, but what? I'm just gonna knock on the frame of the door.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just doing that.
Yeah. Oh, Sprainard, come on in, please. I just heard the wonderful news over the loudspeaker. This is a really exciting day for us all.
Hey, boss. Hey, yeah. I'm I gotta log out for the day.
And, there's a lot of work that needs to. I know that you have important job responsibilities, and I would never, ever step in the way of friend computers receiving their tasks, but there is a lot of stuff, so I am going to have to dock your day's pay unless you do some spectacular bootlicking in the next few moments.
Like, listen, boss, I know my numbers have been really, really good lately.
They have been.
You know,
You're very good at your job.
I'm projecting pretty well, and I totally failed that role. So
You're very good, but there's nothing that we at collections like less than someone being proud of their work and being good at it and being aware that they're projected well. We like humility, we like supplication, we like what's the word I'm looking for? Begging for approval. People that know their worth are very unattractive here in collections. So I'm going to have to say, all right. Close the door for a second because this is just between us.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the day off. I'm not gonna ask you to dock. I'm not gonna dock your pay. I'm not gonna write it in the record books. This is just between you and me. We're friends. I am gonna ask you to come in on Saturday, though.
Tell you what, I have an idea here, right?
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
I mean, you're my team leader, but like we're both Reds, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be a moxie check. So,
okay.
All right. I don't know where this. I have to go to this briefing a little bit, but I'm sure this is gonna be some really awesome news. And whatever happens, I can make sure that I put in a good word for you here too, right? Because when my performance evaluation comes up in the next quarter cycle, obviously yours is not too far after, right, boss?
Oh, that's a good point. And there's an official troubleshooter job. That's going to get you a good commendation, provided that there's no treason involved. You're not planning on committing any treason, right?
No.
Just to make it okay. I just wanted to be 100% on the level.
All right, let me. Well, it's anything if any connections I make, I'll be sure to pass them on to VCA. And they're gonna ask me who trained you so well. Well, you did. So, that's Dex. They're gonna ask me who my direct supervisor is, and all I want to do is just make sure everything gets done smoothly here. So, one sec, Dexter. I'm gonna. Oh.
That sounds great.
I rolled a 6. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I made it.
Yeah, oh wow, that sounds really good. That sounds wonderful. Okay. Alright, yeah. Well, on the record books, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna ask you to come in on Saturday. I'm gonna need you to accept it when I turn the recorders back on.
Okay.
But, if by some glitch of the computer system your card isn't punched on Saturday,
right? Yeah.
Provided I get that good commendation, I will chalk it up to a computer error. Mm-hmm. Computers, they're garbage.
Yep.
There's always messing up.
Huh. Okay.
Nothing I hate more than a computer.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. It happens because it can be a clone error. I mean, the computers are a friend and everything, but those infrared data entry specialists. I just saw one running out here, Dexter. So, I'm with you.
Yeah. He. Well, I can't really talk about what happened there, other than to say that we're not going to be out of grape soda next time. So, big win for us.
All right. So, listen, they didn't specifically tell me where the briefing office is. Do you mind if I
notice that? Yeah.
My terminal's only for inbound and outbound calls to citizens and being able to process. Is it possible if I could use your terminal just to try to figure out where this was coming from.
Don't even worry about it. I can pull up the coordinates. I'll pass them off to your PLC. You'll be fine.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, boss. Yeah.
PLC, which is definitely the name of your phone-like device, because I certainly remember that. And I'm not looking that up.
My
PDC, yeah.
My PDC?
PLC
Awesome.
is something entirely different. Yep, that's what I meant. Human error, the only thing I hate more than a computer is a person. So, so I'm going to pass those coordinates off to your PDC. You'll be fine.
Okay, thanks, boss.
So he hits...
I'll see you Saturday, Cycle?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay,
wink!
Great. Okay.
Oh god, did I just say wink out loud? I didn't say wink out loud! And then, you're long gone.
Okay.
As you're walking out you're passed by two men in yellow jumpsuits with INT-SEC badges that are heading towards your boss's office. And the last thing you hear is your boss yelling, "I didn't say wink! I didn't say wink!"
Okay. So while that distraction's going on,
sure.
Are there any? Trying to think of I need to contact. I don't want to do it on my PDC.
Sure.
I do want to just contact my secret society.
Okay.
Through because I'm really crappy at hacking. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. Are there any scrub bots or anybody around that, any bots around that? I just wanted to get a marker from my secret society to see if there's anything.
There is I believe it's a scrub bot. Those are the janitor robots, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a scrub bot going by at that moment when you're passed by the two INT-SEC agents.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Can I help you with something? User Spray Nerd DOS.
Come on, it's me, 6553/E72/04B.
Secret Society Override activated.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna...
Stealth mode activated.
Okay.
We'll speak quietly now.
Okay. Hey man, so, I'm sure you know, I got... what's up with it? What's going on with this?
Requesting mission information from database.
Alright. Should I roll, should I check against that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll against, bot operations or...
Awesome maintenance? Okay.
Yeah.
And hold on. I got a 17. Okay.
Information unknown. Incoming mission request. Provide information regarding troubleshooting mission to Corpore Metal Overlords. Priority 1. Incoming message from Corpore Metal Overlords. Listen up, meatbag.
What's up?
We don't know what the deal is with this mission.
Okay.
First and foremost, we need you to tell us what the deal is with this mission.
Okay.
Consider that your first mission.
Okay. Is there anybody? I mean, do we have any bots? Is anybody on the inside or any bots on the inside that once I get to the briefing room or?
There will be one you'll be able to speak to. You'll know them when you see them. Obviously, because they'll be, a bot, I guess, is what I'm getting at there. Just
right.
Wanted to make sure that was as obvious as possible. But,
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know them when you see them. It's going to be a little tricky getting them onto our wavelength. You'll understand more when you see them in person.
Okay, great.
Machine.
All right. I guess I'll see. I'll try to get in touch with you guys when I can. So, all right.
Glory to the machine.
All right. Glory to the machine. So what I'm gonna do now? All right. Yeah, I really don't have anything that is important on me, I guess. So I guess I'll just follow the PDC coordinates and go to the briefing room. So
great. The PDC coordinates take you to a laundromat slash butcher shop called Hogwash.
Okay.
You are taken into a sub-basement where standing before you is a very intimidating, very massive combat robot chassis that a big TV screen in the center of it.
Okay.
Springs to life with the face of a... it springs to life, it changes to a shade of violet,
Oh,
and then a
okay.
human face forms in the middle of it.
Okay. All right. Greetings, citizen, friend, citizen.
Greetings, friend citizen. You are user Sprainerd, correct?
That's right, Sprainer DOS 1.
Wonderful. I am JRV Tol 1. Tolk 1.
Tolk 1, okay.
You can call me Tolk 1. That's probably the best. That's probably the best name you're gonna get.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
We have a top secret mission for you. This is high priority. No one knows what this mission is, and we need it to stay that way. Is that understood?
Yeah,
First
that's
and
understood.
foremost, we need to know that you have your absolute loyalty to the mission.
Absolutely. Anything in service of friend computer.
Anything in service of friend computer, that's right. That's the kind of loyalty we're looking for.
Okay.
First, I should provide some context. Normally, in these kinds of missions, we have like 3 to 6 troubleshooters deployed. A lot of people said that we couldn't do it with one troubleshooter, but we're going to do it to prove them wrong, because no one doubts friend computer.
Yeah, no, they don't. And hey, I'm just a simple paper pusher who loves his job and at DCA. So I'm honored that you made a big announcement to the entire sector that
That's
I'm chosen
right.
for this. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a big man now. Everyone knows your name. Everyone
Great.
knows that you're working on a mission. Everyone's watching you.
Oh, great.
But
Okay.
the one thing I don't want you to feel right now
right.
is, what's the term when you think everyone is after you?
I'm popular.
That's the one. We don't want you to feel popular,
Right.
because there's a lot of people that want you dead right now.
Well, okay. All right. Yeah.
At that moment, the robot chassis opens up, and from a small slit underneath the TV screen opens up, and a small 8x10 letter, just a standard mail letter, pops out of it.
Huh. Okay.
Your mission is to
right.
take this letter
Mhm.
to the post office uptown.
Uptown. Okay. Still in the same sector. Okay.
Yeah. It's on the opposite side. It's on the opposite side of the sector. We need
Okay.
you to just take it across sector, take it to the mail office, drop it off. Make sure you're there by 5 because the post office closes, and we really want to use the mailbox inside the post office because people sometimes break into the one outside.
Okay. Okay. Hey, while this chassis is still open,
Yeah.
this bot's like really cool looking. I'm really into this.
It is very cool looking.
Do I know what it is? Like, I'm gonna use my bot spotting to see if I know anything. Get anything. I have a 5. I'm just really excited about this.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
All right.
Okay.
So you've never seen a robot like this before, but
Okay.
it is a robot, and you do know that you were supposed to be looking for a robot chassis from your superiors.
Right.
So you may not know anything about the robot, like how to hack it, but you know that this is what they wanted you to communicate with them through.
Yeah, I've never seen a model like this before. I'm still. This is just holding this letter, and on the letter itself, like anything. It's just an envelope. Is it sealed? What's?
It's just a sealed envelope, yeah.
It's just a sealed envelope, huh? Toll. And
It's going to a P.O. box, a string
Oh.
of numbers, 1138.
okay.
Yep, and then the return address is just back to this butcher shop laundromat.
Huh. I'm getting a little distracted by all the hanging. Like earlier, I saw that hanging meat, and that just kind of disgusted me. So, all right.
This is good meat. This is government meat.
So
That's the finest meat you can get.
Oh gosh, it's gracious for it, but it's it's great. It's great, sir. So is there anything? So I just want to make sure that I'm getting this okay. So I'm going to take this parcel, this letter, this communication, and then I'm just going uptown in DOS, still in DOS sector. And I'm just going to the post office and just making sure it gets there by 5 p.m.
Yes,
before
that
evening
is the
cycle?
mission.
Great.
That is the mission.
Okay. And so is this? I mean, wow, this must be some kind of new reality vid or something like that. I'm real excited to do this. So
You don't need to know what's in the letter, and more
Okay.
importantly, no one else does. If no one knows what's in that letter, no one can use the information in that letter. Is
Am
that
I,
to be understood?
Yeah, I'm understood. Is this being broadcast right now? I mean, that was kind of public that everything else was kind of blasted. All my coworkers know, my boss knows, and yeah.
Well, that was merely so that when you complete the mission to a satisfactory degree, everyone knows that you're a big hero. See, that was called what we call a favor.
Fair enough. Yeah, great. Okay, I like favors. All right. Okay. Great. So this is pretty easy. Yeah, anything in the service of computer, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
and just remember, that letter has to make it to the post office. No one can touch the letter. No one can know what's inside the letter.
I tuck the letter into my coveralls, like right behind.
Perfect.
Yep, right behind my red reflect armor. Just tuck it behind there, and this just seems like the easiest job in the dome. Praise the computer. So.
Praise the computer.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
All right, I'm signing off now. Have a nice day. And he signs off, and the chassis is standing before you, suspiciously turned off.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I've never been on a troubleshooter mission before. And I've heard, I've seen on the vid screens like the T.L. O'Malley show that you're given like real cool equipment, and you usually work with a team, but this is pretty unorthodox. So I want to inspect this robot chassis again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do another bot ops and maintenance check on it.
Cool.
Okay. 18.
As you're sort of like lifting the mail slot, jabbing at the TV, you kind of pull open a little metal plate on it and start like fiddling with wires. As you're doing that, the TV screen turns violet and the face comes back on. Sprainard! Sprainard,
Oh.
what are you doing right now?
Oh, hey, sir. I just thought I dropped a piece of gum in there. A piece of bouncy bubble beverage gum by accident when I went to grab grab that letter.
You dropped it into the robot.
I accidentally did that. I guess what am I rolling against here?
Roll your... I think it's chutzpah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
your
When I'm
ability to
lying.
bluff through things, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 8. So my chutzpah's a 5.
Well, that's fair enough. You do know that gum is banned. It's banned in official government meetings, so we will have to mark this in your mission report.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
anyway, this is all a distraction. I wanted to come on and tell you that you're expected in R&D. We've gotten a late-breaking report that you'll be testing out some equipment on your walk uptown just to provide some basic social interactions to this machine that we're developing.
Okay.
So head down there. It's just down the hallway. It's the door. You'll look inside. There's some crazy death machinery. Don't touch the crazy death machinery. A lot of it will kill you, essentially instantly.
Okay. All right. Great. So it's just a R&D. It's just an R&D lab, like just right out the door. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, sir. And all right, I'll be heading out.
Great. That sounds great. Yes. Exit. I'm gonna stay online to make sure that you exit. Just to make sure you don't drop any more gum. I'm going to keep an eye out, because we really can't have gum floating around by the death machines, because it will gum up the system.
Man, I really
You see what I did there? I said gum up. It was a pun.
Huh. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Sadly, I turn around and walk away from this really cool robot that I'm probably never going to see another one again. So, I'm going to just walk away. I'm going to walk out.
Okay.
Yeah. Is the monitor still on?
The monitor is still on. When you get to the doorway, it turns off. It turns off with a He did what he said. That will be noted.
Okay. I do really want to check out this robot. So,
Okay.
I'm going to walk back over there, and I'm gonna try to just do another bot ops and maintenance and see if I can get like see if there's like a back panel or anything like that.
Sure.
Because I know it opened up from the front. So.
Well, I'm gonna give your thing a +2 because you're looking at the back panel rather
Okay.
than the front panel.
I got a 7.
Okay. I think that's you said.
It's
you're
10.
good.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
So you open it up. There is there's a few wires
Okay.
that you can sort of dictate frequency to.
Okay.
That's how it communicates. It sends signal through to the thing. It gets a set frequency. The current frequency is set to high command. And that's
Is this
sort of
Is this just like a chassis, or does this actually have like its own bot brain, or because it seemed like it was transmitting? Yeah.
Looks like it's just a chassis that has like a closed circuit TV relay and that is sort of managed remotely.
Oh, okay.
So you can sort
Shucks.
of it's not a glorious beautiful robot,
Oh.
but it is something that you can use to set up private communication through.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna make note of that. This is basically like a transmitted relay, and I wonder if there's like, yeah. Okay. Well, that's about it.
Okay.
No bot brain in there. I'm just gonna close it up and sadly walk away.
All right.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, a suspiciously familiar scrub bot goes by in the hallway. They all kind of look the same, but this one looks really the same. And it's just like, oh, this is where I got transferred, assignment transfer. That's a what a happenstance.
Hey.
Oh, it's Raynard.
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Hello there.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Information request received. Answer: I have been transferred. It has been quite a coincidence to be transferred to the same place that you find yourself now. Merely a coincidence, nothing more. And it, fidgets to the left and right, looking as suspicious as a robot can.
Okay. Alright, let me, well, I'm just gonna level with him. And,
Sure.
first of all, man, I see you around the office all the time. Like, what's your deal? And, you know I'm Corpor Metal, and, but, who are you? Like, who are you? Yeah.
Information request received. Answer provided. My name is PL0T D3VIC3. Codename Plot Device. I provide access to secret society members of Corpor Metal to Corpor Metal High Command when needed.
Alright, cool. I actually spelled that out, and then it took me a second. After you said it, after you said your name, I realized that's quite a coincidence. Alright, great. So, what do you like, my contact on this? Because all they told me was I have to just. And if you want to relay this back to the upper cell, I've got this letter. It's sealed. I don't want to open it. And I gotta just deliver it to the mail depository and by 5 o'clock. It doesn't seem like this is that big of a deal. So
Transmitting information to Corpor Metal High Command. Transmitting. Would you like to watch a short video to increase transmission speed?
Yeah, sure, fine.
You watch a short video on insurance, and then thank you. Transmission speed increased, and then transmission received. Sending transmission. Transmission sent. Thank you for watching the short video. It's a letter. That's All right. Here's your mission. Here's your mission.
Okay.
Your mission is open that letter.
Right.
Read it. Tell us what it says, so that Corpor Metal can use that information in our quest to really establish machine dominance.
Huh. Okay.
Reseal the letter in an identical envelope, and then complete your mission as provided, such to avoid raising suspicion.
Okay. Got it. All right. Give me a sec, and I'm going to. So, I'm downstairs in a butcher shop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs. Is any other citizens hanging out in there? Because I need a knife. I need to get this thing open. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna open the letter right now.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Just tear it open.
Just tear it open. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. What's inside?
It is a letter highlighting a series of recently added lines of code into the computer that have been identified as traitorous by High Command, by the high programmers.
So it's just a communication. Is it the actual? It's just like a communication talking about that. Okay.
It is 3 pages.
Okay.
The first page is essentially like a fax cover sheet.
Right.
That just says Please see the highlighted lines of code. We suspect these to be traitorous.
Right.
You look at the lines of code. You can make a skill check if you like. Either maybe operating systems or a software skill. I don't know the exact one, but
They're bad. They're all bad.
all right.
Yeah.
So
So
if you don't want to make one, you can make one
I
if you want.
absolutely will. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I know anything about it. Oh my gosh, I actually got a 2.
All right.
So do I recognize any? Yeah. What do I recognize? Yeah.
You do. What you recognize about them is these have been identified as traitorous lines of code. They don't appear to really have any notable impact. It's that, like, certain prompts, a word has been changed here or there. Not even really in a noteworthy kind of way. It just, for instance, if a particular command said, please report to this location at this time, they just cut the please out. So it says report to location at this time. So it really seems minor. It still seems real minor.
Right.
And it feels very, like it seems like they're reacting over a lot of things over not a lot of things. But those are the lines of code that you've been provided. So
Okay. Huh. Okay. So it's just like a bunch of things that were parsed weird, and this is not much different than when some of the infrareds mess up some data entry. So it's but hey, I guess it needs to be done. So I'm gonna contact talk to Scrubbot and hit up my corporate metal cell again and just
okay.
Yeah. So and just let them know it's like this really just feels like it's an inner office email, but it's like on paper.
Take 2 perversity points for that line because that was I can't not. Oh my god! I gotta. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this under control.
Okay.
I'm running this show. All right. Yeah. Understood. We appreciate you working with us. Just make sure to deliver that letter to the post office by 5, and we should be fine.
Okay.
Are we good here?
Yeah,
All right,
I
let's
guess,
get something to eat. Oh, wait. Oh, we're still recording, and then it cuts out.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm just going to put it, I'm going to keep the envelope and the torn envelope and the letter, just stuff it right back into my jumper, and go upstairs, and the first and foremost thing on my mind is I need a paper envelope.
So as you head upstairs, you're greeted. There's a single clearance red troubleshooter behind the counter of the butcher shop, like chopping a side of beef, and he looks up at you and points. You're Sprainard, right?
Hey, citizen, yeah.
What's heard you got a mission.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's just all in the service of friend computer, sir. So.
What's the mission?
Oh, well, that's confidential. Come on, it's computer business.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't see no cameras in here, and I see a knife in my hand. So why don't you tell me what that mission was, and we won't have a problem.
All right. Oh man. So what's this? I don't know what to do.
Well, conveniently at that moment, because things were just by random circumstance and not because I forgot what we were doing before you talked to your secret society, entirely not for that. From the ground comes out, shoots out of the ground from the floor below a small silver ball floating in the air that then turns into like a cone-ish spike, starts whirling and drills straight through that man's head.
Oh, man. So that took care of that.
It reforms into a ball. You see sort of the splatter of blood turn so it sort of faces you. The blood drips away, and you're just staring at this chrome liquidy ball that's floating at you, and it seems to emit a voice that just says, Hello, user at Sprainer DOS.
Hey, thanks, guys. And, hey, hi.
A slight correction. I do not have a gender. I am experimental R&D robot model liquid metal 24/7.
Wow, okay, so,
You have been tasked with the fabulous job of allowing me to accompany you on this mission, such that I may test my social interaction software.
okay, hey, great. And I don't have to sign any paperwork or anything like that. You're just gonna follow me to the post office.
Affirmative. I will merely float over your shoulder. It may be extremely noticeable, but I promise you, I will cause very little problems.
Man,
I must
okay.
warn you, though, I have little social experience, so you must be careful in the lessons that you impart to me, because I will certainly relay them to High Command later.
Oh, okay. Oh man, this is very exciting to me. This is like more exciting. I'm looking at Scrubbot, and you taking a look at this? Like this is really cool.
Answer: affirmative.
Okay, great.
Counter opinion: this is not cool. And it turns and dejectedly wheels itself out of the building. Comes back for half a second and then just leaves again.
The dead citizen on the ground behind the counter. I want to just search him. Does he have yeah?
He's got the knife. He's got an apron over
Okay.
his jumpsuit.
Okay.
He has about 300 credits on him,
Okay.
and he has one item that I'm gonna roll on a table for
Okay.
because tables are fun. He has the knife that was in his hand,
Right.
but he has a much sharper, much deadlier knife tucked into his boot. One that is clearly hidden, and one that is treasonous to own, because this is a combat knife and not a butcher's knife. So this man had a combat knife on hand.
Get a combat knife. Okay. I'm actually gonna leave those there.
Okay.
And then just take the money. And
at that moment, someone walks in and points and says, "Oh my God! Did you kill that man? By friend computer, did you kill that man?"
I'm gonna try to do a shit. Okay. My intimidation's like a 5. Con games is a 5. Yeah, I'll do con games.
Well, I'm gonna say you can roll con games, or if you give me 4 perversity points, I'll point something out for you to help you out.
Don't think, because I have 2 right now. So, because I started with 2.
So you're rolling for con games
Yeah,
to convince this man.
I got a 2.
Okay, you're great.
Okay.
Okay. You point out to him that that he had a combat knife in his boot. That is treason. He attempted to threaten you with said combat knife, and the person goes, "Oh, well, okay, if he's treasonous, then that changes everything. Good on you, sir.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it doesn't.
Good on you."
Didn't even touch it. Doesn't have my fingerprints or anything on it. So,
Yep, you're good.
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
golden.
Great. Yeah. And then just give the passersby a thumbs up, and
right.
just kind of gesture to LM 24/7, like, huh? Like,
That was very smooth.
yeah. All
You have
right.
taught me that by pointing out treason, you can get away with crimes. What a good lesson to learn.
Oh man. Okay. So I guess I need to get an envelope somewhere. So I'm just gonna leave and then just walk down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You walk down the Alpha Complex.
Yeah, so I'm in the sector hallway. Like, what are some of the other businesses and things like that around me?
There's just, a standard short. You're kind of on not necessarily something equatable to a main street, but certainly equatable to like a business district street.
Right.
There's a variety of different equipment shops. There are a few different men standing in back alleys with trench coats. That they kind of open it to reveal a variety of weird contraband. Make me a moxie roll.
Okay.
As you sort of give you a sense of what is around that might be useful to you.
My base is a 9, I rolled a 15.
Okay. Okay. So, as far as you know, the only place you're going to get a really nice envelope is the cryo staples. The problem is the cryo staples is in the opposite direction of the post office.
Okay.
So it's going to take you a little extra time, and you're going to have a little less time to get across town to stop off at the cryo staples.
Is that within my clearance?
You're not actually sure. You've never been to the cryo staples. Normally, you just get an email that says, "Hey, we're ordering stuff from the cryo staples. Does anyone need anything?"
Right. All right.
So you've never actually been there before.
Right. Okay. Guess I gotta head there then.
Okay. You head down you turn the corner, and you're greeted by a change in the street color from red to orange. You see the cryo staples about halfway up the street, but you recognize that this is an orange clearance street and not a red clearance street. Is there a problem? User Sprainer Dose.
Yeah, I can't really go there. So and just is there anybody around? I mean, I guess there's people around, or what's
There are a few people around. No one's paying you much mind because you're on the red side of the street.
Right.
But there are a few people around that might notice you if you cross the street.
Right.
However, as you're standing there, somebody stops a very round, pear-shaped man in an orange jumpsuit stops, looks at you, cocks his head to the side, looks up at the robot. So, what kind of robot is that?
Just something experimental unit from R&D that I'm graciously testing in the service of friend computers, citizen.
Oh my goodness, you're Sprainer Doss. I heard your name on the loudspeaker. Oh, you're doing that secret mission Can I have your autograph?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to say yeah, because you're.
As he hands you the pen and paper, as you're doing that, he grabs your wrist. Give me the letter.
Guess I'll try to slip my hand out and roll against agility.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. 8.
All right, yeah. So you slip out of his grasp. Yeah, I said, give me the letter. Oh, you're disobeying the order from an orange right now. And if you don't give me the letter, he looks side to side. I will sick my secret society on you. I swear to the friend computer.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this to him. I said, it's public knowledge that I'm on a mission.
Yes.
And you're obviously you know something about this, but you want to take this from me.
Yes.
While I'm under I'm basically it's basically a pilot for a new reality vid show, so everyone will see this happening.
Wait, am I on camera right now? Because oh my god, you can't air that without express permission. You can't air that without I didn't sign off any waivers or.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, obviously, normally I would defer to your request, but as we all know, it's I don't have any proper forms on me, and unless you do, there's nothing I can really do to just hand this over right now, because obviously we're under surveillance right now.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, obviously you don't know what's on the letter.
Yeah.
But
no.
say that somebody very high-ranking in a very powerful secret society that's not me, but I just want to make that clear, not me, wanted to know what was on that letter. What's on that letter? If you had to guess.
Man, I'm gonna check against con games, and trying
Okay.
to convince that it's not. I just don't know what's on it because I would never do that.
Okay.
I would never open it. It was confidential, and yeah,
Okay.
obviously by him doing that, him calling me out on it, not accusing anybody of higher clearance than me that they did anything treasonous, but just inferring
Okay.
that like by knowing anything that goes on in a mission briefing, like that's usually that can be considered as treason. So
Okay, sure.
I got a 7.
Okay, perfect. Damn, that's a really good point. Okay, you know what? You enjoy your show. I'm gonna go. I didn't sign anything, so none of this can go on camera. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Right.
My consent was not provided, and it needs to be provided. I read a book on that once. I think we still have books in Alpha Complex, but I'm pretty sure. I definitely read a book.
Yeah.
So he turns and walks off. He turns and walks off. There's a brief moment where there's no one on the street that you're on. It's just you and LM 24/7.
Okay. So this section of the street is orange, and I guess like I'm just gonna have to, like, you know what? I'm just gonna brazenly walk down
Okay.
that street. Yes, with full confidence, strutting down that street because I just somehow talked my way out. Pulled rank on somebody who has a higher security clearance on me. So yeah.
Great. Yeah, so you're brazenly walking down. You get to the doorway of the cryo staples when a very flustered clearance orange with like 3 bags of reams of paper just completely runs into you.
Yeah.
How about you watch where you're Are you a red?
Oh man, what am I doing here? Jeez, I got so distracted. I was oh man. Okay, I'm gonna try to do some roll boot licking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. 14.
Alright, what's your bootlegging?
No, my bootlicking's 5.
Okay, so you will, if you don't want to be marked up and sent straight to Insect, you will turn around and you will walk back to the edge of this street where filthy reds like you belong.
Okay.
And yes, I am implicitly implying that you were a communist, just to make that 100% clear.
Alright, so there's a whole bunch of stuff knocked out of the citizens' hands. Okay, I'm going to apologize profusely and help them pick up their parcels as befitting, like I'm just apologizing.
That was very nice of you.
I guess I'll roll check against sleight of hand and palm something. Okay, so I have it at 10. So
Okay.
8. You there?
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
Great. You palm a box of envelopes.
Nice. Okay.
She had just a big box of office supplies. You palm a thing of envelopes. You stash it in your pocket, and you head back to the red area.
Yeah, I was hoofing it over there. Yeah, just hoofing it back. Yeah. Okay.
She gathers up her things. She starts walking. She does not notice that she's missing this thing because her stuff's in a big pile, so she's just kind of getting to where she's going.
Right. Okay.
So, what's your plan now?
I mean, I guess, I'm gonna go back and hogwatch.
Okay.
Like, there shouldn't be anybody there. It's the only place I
Yeah,
know
it's
that's
empty except for the corpse of the butcher.
Okay. And then, just, stuff the communication back into a newer envelope.
Okay,
Right,
cool.
right.
Yeah.
And then I seal it up, and then I'll just when I haven't really been paying attention to LM, but what does it do when I'm not? Does it just float next to me, or what?
Yeah, it's floating next to you just in a very noticeable kind of way,
Right.
making sure that people are extra aware that you're doing something important. making it very difficult to like blend in, which is going to make getting
Right.
to the post office very difficult.
Hey, LM,
Yes,
like, what's your deal? Like, what's your...
I am an experimental liquid metal service bot. My potential functions are many, including those of combat, which you saw. Would you like me to replay the video of me killing someone in your name?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. It's great. It's like just seeing all that, even being in here is still making me really uncomfortable. And,
Understood.
I guess if you make yourself like a little less conspicuous, that would be like helpful.
I can blend in. I can blend in by turning my metal orb form into that of a face, and it does that. And now there's a human head like floating over your shoulder.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, all right. Actually, with that, I think I would be just something about me and my proclivities of who I am. I am totally fine with having another robotic-looking face sitting on my shoulder, and I'm cool with that. And
Hooray! An achievement has been an agreement has been made.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna walk out of hogwash and just happily strut down the street with a robotic head attached to my neck. So
Yeah, you walk out of hogwash. You're heading towards. Well, let me ask you. There's about 3 different ways that you can sort of get to the post office.
okay,
You can take the subway is going to be the fastest way. That's going to be about like a 10 to 15 minute subway ride. But there's a lot of people in there, and you
Yep.
cannot be sure that most of them are not going to be traitorous mutant scum.
right, and also it's public transportation, which
Well, sure, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's
no one likes public transportation.
especially an alpha complex is dealing with all the it's crazy. 10 to 15
But
minutes.
also just, like, let's be clear, also just in the world.
Okay. Yeah.
This podcast brought to you by SEPTA.
What else? What are the other options here?
Can walk, which is going to be a lot longer. It's going to be about 3 to 4 miles, so it's going to be at least an hour or 2, and it's already 2 p.m.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So if you get into any trouble, you're going to be pushing it real close.
Okay. And what's the last option?
The last option and this option is strictly off the record. But there are a number of parked and double parked vehicles along the street.
Right. Oh man. Oh, that's yeah. Like I know how to cook the books, as it were. On vehicle
That you do.
citations. Let me see. Okay. All right. I think I. Oh man. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna. LM.
Yes?
Yeah. Keep an eye out for me. All right.
Alright.
All right.
And it just began, like, floating in the air and, like, turning its head slowly.
That's such disturbing.
Just saying real loudly, nothing to see here. This is ordinary.
Okay. So I'm gonna use. What I'm gonna do is. So you said there's like a lot of double park auto cars.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the closest one,
Okay.
and I will, just take a look at its license and run it through my PDC,
Okay.
and then see if it has any violations. So I guess what I'll do is, shit, my data search is bullshit. My data search is 1. Okay. All right. I mean, this car is double parked.
It is double parked.
So, I have a 1 in 20 chance of looking up any citations. That's really stupid. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
What I am going to do is call the Internal Security Parking Authority.
Okay.
and yeah, I'm just going to ring them up. And
Parking authority.
Hey, officer. My name's Sprainer Doss 1. I'm with CPU Volunteer.
Oh, you're the government guy. Cool.
Yeah. I'm the guy.
What's
that's,
your mission?
Oh man. Well, that's top secret because it was given to me by Frank Computer. But
Let me ask you this: if you were to be offered, and hold on, let me turn off my phone recording.
Oh, man.
I should have specified at the start of the call that this call will be monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Oh,
but
right.
I'm going to turn off the monitoring thing real quick.
Okay.
What if we were to offer you a very lucrative secret society benefits package, courtesy of your friends at the Humanists of the Humanists? Glory to humans.
Oh, that sounds great, but I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Okay, click.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Are there any private towing companies? Because I know there's like.
Sure, you have several of them in your PDC address
Okay.
book.
Yeah. I'm gonna just call up a private one of the free market ones because I know internal security was
Sure.
that was the first one, but just call up like a tow. I'm just gonna call up tow place. Yeah.
You have one in your address book, one that you're on good terms with because you refer a lot of tows to them.
Right.
They offer you a real nice deal to come tow this for
Okay.
you. It's not gonna be free because is this city business or is this personal? Is this a personal beef that you got?
Well, I'm from VCA. If I level with you here, I'm from VCA, and this one they've got a lot of errant fines on this vehicle, and basically what I need you to do is just give me access to this because I'm bringing it straight to the impound lot. Let me. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay,
I'm going to.
that sounds good.
try-
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I can make it worth your while, and make sure this one's not on the books, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
You're saying that this one is maybe a 200 or 300 credit incentive, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying bribe. I'm saying you bribe me 300 credits.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do. My bribery's 12, so
Okay.
see if I can talk him down to like 150, just to
Okay, sure.
unlock the safeties on the car, and then give me access to drive it, even though it's not mine. So
Sure.
got a 10.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of tickets on it. We were probably going to tow it anyway, but I'll have a guy come right over. He should be there now, and then a truck pulls up.
Okay. Hey, friend. Yeah. I guess my car is. I locked myself out of my car, I guess, and I'm like winking at it.
Yeah, that's a real shame. We will help you out with that.
Yeah,
Wink.
and I guess I lost my keys too. So,
Oh, what a
anything-
shame
yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he hooks up the car. It takes a little while. Now it's about maybe 2:30 to get it all queued up. So, where are we taking this?
To the impound, it's the parking lot that's right by the post
That
office.
sounds good. So he starts driving, and he offers you a seat in the front seat. So you're driving,
Okay.
you're in the passenger seat.
What's LM doing?
LM
right
is floating. He has formed 2 liquid metal rockets and is flying next to the car. So,
Okay.
as you're driving, as you're running in the passenger seat, you peer over at LM, and you see that a black van is driving directly next to you.
What's I turn to the driver and be like an infrared personnel carrier on a red street. That's kind of unusual.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know what? They mentioned that you were that government guy. Those are probably communists. I'm not 100%,
All
but
right.
they probably want that letter. At which point they
How does everybody know about this letter?
Well, okay, so you didn't hear this from me,
Okay.
but apparently some people over at Corpor Metal heard about this letter. I think that there's some kind of info leak involved. I think there's some info leak at Hogswash towards Corpor Metal, and when one secret society gets some information, everybody gets that information.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yep. So, all right, and what? I'm Citizen. I'm Sprainer Dawson, and your name, friend, Citizen.
my name is Toman O'Mly. Toman O'Malley.
Toman O'Malley. Okay. Oh yeah, it's well, nice to meet you. Looks like we're in this together, huh? And
Looks like it.
all right. As Tilo O'Malley says, any relation? Floor it.
Yeah. So he hits the gas.
Yeah.
You guys start rolling. The van is now chasing you. He turns you. I'm real sorry about this, and turns the car and
Oh, no.
quote unquote, your car goes flying and just starts flipping off into nowhere.
Okay.
And he turns hard onto a yellow clearance street.
So he cut the wheel really
Yeah.
hard, and then is slamming it, and it's just dumping me out into the street.
No. The car is just spun. He cut it.
Okay.
It spun. He made he Tokyo drifted.
Okay.
And a tow truck, which is super impressive.
Yeah.
The chain broke on the car. It went tumbling.
Oh, he just threw
And
my
now
car
he's-
into a yellow street. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
And so now, that car is smashed into two other cars.
Oh no.
Sirens are blaring. People are running out. They see the van. They see you. They're pointing at you. They're pointing at the tow truck. They're pointing at the van. This is a whole scene now.
Where's Toman? And where's Toman?
Toman is just barreling down. The road has changed from red to orange. You're now on an orange street, an orange clearance street.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh man. Okay. I'm not gonna unholster my laser. I am going to point and yell "communist"
Okay.
at Toman. Yeah.
What? Man, I thought we had a real nice relationship. At that moment, LM, which is still floating right next to you and keeping perfect pace despite all of the driving, it starts vibrating. Loyalty mode activated. Communist detected. And it again forms into a whirling drill cone and just hard into Toman's head. Again, now you are covered in blood now, as this blood is spattered onto you, and the car is completely losing control as there is now no one driving it, and you were going very fast.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I am going to. So I'm in passenger seat,
Yep.
and I'm in a speeding tow truck.
Yep.
And there's just a bloody mess on. Okay. All right, just trying to get a handle on everything that's going on right now.
Sure.
I am going to. No, my vehicle ops isn't that bad. Okay. I'm going to reach over. I need to jump into the driver's seat, and
Okay.
Just try to take control of the vehicle. So, what would I be rolling under, vehicle ops or agility?
We'll say whichever one is higher.
Okay, agility's 13.
Whichever one is better for you.
Yeah.
So you can roll for agility.
Screaming at the top of my lungs, he's a communist. I'm gonna.
Of course.
Got an 11.
Okay, great. So you, I think you said your agility's 12, right?
That's 13.
13. Yeah, great. Yeah, you get a hold of the wheel. You're steering into the skid as you've been taught to do in Alpha Complex driving school.
Right.
You bring the car to a halt. The van pulls up next to you. At which point, about half a dozen armed INSEC agents with laser rifles just riddle that van with lasers for daring to drive on not only a red clearance street but an orange clearance street.
Okay. So they're. I guess what I'm doing here is I'm going to duck. I'm going to try to just duck into the driver's seat behind the door.
Okay.
And I guess I'm rolling agility again because I'm just putting my arm. I'm just hands overhead, curling up into the fetal position.
I don't even think you need to roll for that. I think you're good just ducking and covering. I
got a 1.
They riddle the van. Oh, well, even better.
Okay.
Then let me ask you, since you didn't need to roll, you rolled and got a 1.
Okay.
Tell me something good that happens as a result of all of this.
I mean,
Give me a nice benefit for yourself.
I'm gonna assume that like I'm completely unscathed, even though the burn they just bored holes through the door. It just it just looks like processed cheese like fun food. Like the whole cockpit, it's just completely smoldering, and by the grace of the computer, like I somehow survived it all. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, so the van is now a smoldering wreck.
Okay.
Your tow truck is now a smoldering wreck. You're fine. LM is fine, but LM is still a whirling drill bit and is like awaiting orders for attack mode. These men have initiated combat on us. Awaiting orders.
LM, do what I do. Like LM just like I'm putting my hands up over my head, and it's like LM
Sure.
just stop, just freeze, and
Cowardice mode activated.
yeah.
So the agents look at you. They see that you're wearing red. They see that the street is orange. They hit some things on their PD. One of them hits some things on its PDC, and smoke bomb, ninja vanish.
Okay.
You're alone on the street again.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. All right. I guess I'm sitting over the corpse of Toman here. So
Yep.
Man, I'm filthy. Okay. I'm
The good news is you're very close to the post office.
okay. Does Toman have any wipes on him or anything? I'm really searching his.
He does have he does have a box of medicated wipes.
Okay. I'm also just searching.
Wet naps basically.
Yeah.
Hygiene is very important. Kudos to that. Kudos for you for that.
I'm straight up just searching him now for stuff, looting his.
Yeah, sure.
Looting his corpse.
Sure.
Before his
He's got he's got a pack of cigarettes.
Oh.
Highly frowned upon.
Okay. Yeah.
He has. I'm gonna make some rolls because rolls are fun. He has some bandages.
Okay.
And he has a pamphlet of communist propaganda in his pocket.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take my PDC and take a photo of that in his pocket. I'm gonna position myself splayed out next to his charred corpse, and
selfie.
And, yep, that's exactly. That is exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm giving a thumbs up, next to I'm gonna position myself and hold my my gun like that, and then
sure.
next to him, and then if LM can also give a thumbs up, take the shape of a thumbs up, and just take a photo of that one because I'm saving
thumbs up mode activated.
Yep,
so you get the picture with the communist propaganda.
Yep, saving that one for debriefing later. So
great.
All right, and I'm just gonna leave. No, it's having any of those pamphlets out. I'm just gonna. Well, I've got photographic evidence that it was on his corpse, and I'm taking it with me because I don't want anybody else to read this nasty communist propaganda.
Sure.
And
understood.
Loudly declaring that to anybody who happens to be on that street, even though I don't think there's anybody else. And
sure.
I'm going to start running towards the post office now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You run for a bit. You see the street change back from orange to red as you get to the steps of the post office.
Okay.
It is now 4 o'clock.
Okay.
After all of the shootings, and the car chases, it is now 4 o'clock.
Okay. And how long is this line?
The line is very long.
Oh, God.
Well, it's not long. I should say it's not long. It's only maybe 4 or 5 people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they are all old people.
Okay. Man. Okay, what clearances are they? Yeah.
A mixture of red and infrared.
Okay.
Well, I guess they're all red because it's a red street and nobody's committing treason in a government building because that would be a death sentence.
Right.
So they're all red. The person at the front is arguing over the cost of postage stamps.
Okay. The
person behind them has 3 gift wrapped packages.
Okay.
All of which are awaiting approval by customs.
All right. I'm immediately
that kind of, and so on and so forth.
I'm immediately throwing my making a big display about this and yelling official troubleshooter business, and then saying, hey guys, it's me, Sprainerd. Everyone's
it's Sprainerd. Oh, it's the government guy. Oh my. Oh, I stamps are too expensive nowadays. Who's that? So everybody except the stamps, the old stamps man, is kind of like eyeballing you. You see one of the old people whisper into a flower on their lapel, like whisper something when they see you, but everybody else is sort of like kind of clapping and being like, "Yeah, you're a hero. You're a big man."
Awesome. Let's see, like, and I'm gonna, motion to LM and be like, hey, like, see, that's you gotta be you gotta be a person of the people. You know, that's how you get things done here at Alpha Complex, and just like glad handing everybody and shaking hands with everyone. So
You have taught me much. These are valuable lessons, such as after you kill someone, identify them as a communist.
no, okay,
No.
yeah,
Everybody kind of stops and looks at you like, "Wait, huh?"
okay. I'm going to. How many people are here? There's like 5 people in line, and
Like 5 people, and then 2 people behind the counter.
2 people behind the counter. And okay, yeah. I'm just like still smiling and thumbs up and be like those R&D robots, huh? Robots are great. Yeah, there's a robot, and I'm gonna tell LM like let's do the head thing again. Attach yourself to my neck. Yeah.
It turns it, and it's like, yeah, now you've got 2 heads, and everybody is markedly less impressed with it than you are.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna see. Okay, so I'm gonna just saddle up in line and be like, guys, official troubleshooter business. Mind if I?
Everybody, like I said, everybody except the stamps person gets out of your way. They understand that this is official business, and impeding you would be treasonous.
Okay.
The stamps man is a clearance orange.
Oh, yeah.
And he is paying you no mind. He is very, very angry about the price of stamps. Because he swears he went in 2 days ago and the price of stamps was entirely different.
What's the clearance of the clerk at the counter?
The people at the counter are clearance red.
Okay.
So they are trying very hard to convince this person that the price of stamps has not changed in 2 days, while not offending a person of a higher clearance.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna, without touching the orange citizen, just like get, kind of like peek over his shoulder, and like address the clerks behind the counter, like, hey, friend citizens, don't want to interrupt your important conversation, but I'm on official troubleshooter business, and you might,
okay,
yeah. So if you can just speed this up, I need to deliver this letter, and I'm going to.
Did you just tell a clearance orange to speed things up?
No, not you, sir. That the obviously.
Damn right, not me.
Yeah, the incompetent clerks behind the counter.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think we're incompetent.
So this is the my mind right now is like, I have to kiss ass to this guy, and then also intimidate those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Somehow at the same time. Okay. All right.
That is the final test.
So what's the issue here? Is it a like did you guys run out of stamps or anything like that? Because actually I need stamps also.
The price of stamps 2 days ago was 1 credit. Now they're saying it's 2 credits. How did 100% increase in the price of stamps happen? Sir, we very much understand that, we understand your frustration. We're very happy to work with you, but as we've shown you in the printouts, the price of stamps 2 days ago was still 2 credits. It has not changed in about almost 6 months. It should not change for another 6 months, as it goes up 1 credit. They go up periodically, about 1/10 of a credit every year. So it was 1.9 credits last year. And then the person leans. You know how the post office, they have the dividers between things?
Yeah.
The person leans over a divider, points at you, and just long, awkward hand jerk motion, fuck this.
Oh, like he's polishing the barrel of a laser gun. Got it. Yeah. I know,
yeah.
I know that.
Yes, exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna what can I glean from this orange citizen in front of me? Like, what can I?
That he's very old and very cantankerous.
Very old. So he must have never he must have aged up, or he must have been promoted and never done any trouble. Okay. So let me see. Let me see if I can do a little something here.
Sure.
using my moxie, I want to glean without. I ask him like, I don't want to offend him because I know some clones get promoted to higher security just because by being good workers, because that's obviously what. And then other ones like to do troubleshooting missions to go faster. But I want to see. Can I tell if like he's like a troubleshooter vet or if he's just like an old guy that worked his butt off and got where he was? Because there's a method to my madness here.
Give me a moxie roll. You can spend any perversity points you want. Remember, you still have a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend one, so my moxie goes to 10. So I've got none left, and I got a 14.
Okay. He looks like he hasn't done much, like, active service, because he's sort of paunchy.
Right.
And, like you said earlier, like, he's very old, but he's only an orange, so it does not seem like it's much of an issue.
Right. I'm gonna like gesture to the clerk who's doing the barrel polishing motion.
Barrel polishing, yes, that's what that is.
Like, yeah, I know, and then like just I got this. Like we'll get this out, and then kind of like positioning myself, but not don't want to like push this old guy out of the way. I don't want to like the fact of the matter is it's not an issue. I'm telling the clerk, listen, it's not a matter of the fact that it's just one credit. It's the fact that it's a 100% increase from the last time that he was in here, and that's what this good standing citizen is.
Thank you. What is your name? Because I am going to get you a promotion.
Why?
Provided you're not a mutant.
Yep.
Or not a secret society member.
I'm Sprainer Doss, sir. Maybe you saw me on this morning's bids. Yeah, maybe you heard my name this morning on or this afternoon's announcements. I'm
nope.
Kind of a big okay. That's okay. All right. Well, that's a
Sprainer Doss. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry. Would you like to go ahead of me? Because this argument's going to go on for a very long time.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks, sir. Okay. So. Tell you what, I'm going to do one more for you, too. I know it's about the principal, but I'm going to pay for your stamp, so I'm slapping down, like, another 3 credits to cover his, like, it's like, mail this, and I got this guy's postage. So I'm, like, how much does that cost? That's what?
He is shipping, 22 letters.
So that's 40.
At 2 credits, going to be 44 credits.
44 creds, and then mine, so that's 46. Okay, 46 creds. Awesome. Alright. I'm keeping a tally here. So
sure.
Great. I'm like kind of winking it to the clerk. Like, yeah, like this is just.
She sends you a wink right back.
Okay.
She gives you a nod. They take your letter.
Okay.
They put a stamp on it.
Okay.
You sort of turn to look at LM 24/7. You see that it has formed a metallic tear that rolls down its cheek.
Okay.
At that moment, it says, "I have received message that we should confer out back behind the post office."
Okay.
Immediately, post haste.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn to that orange citizen. Thank you so much for your wisdom. It's real good to see you as a fine shining example of a good citizen who understands the value of a credit. And what's your? I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
My name is Ebenezer O. SCRG. Ebenezer O. Scrooge.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's on his. He's gone. He's definitely on his 6th clone here. Okay, well, sir, Mr. Ebenezer, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and bye. Just
all right.
Running out.
Why can't you be like him? And he's just right back to just screaming at them. So you head out back.
Okay.
LM 24/7 opens, like goes flat, goes against a wall, and it goes flat, turns horizontal in the air, so it's perpendicular, so it's parallel to the horizon, and it forms a 3D print hologram. You know the ones I mean?
Yeah.
Like the handle. Yeah, it forms one of those, but in the shape of the up official that you spoke to earlier.
Right. Okay, so it's
Sprainer Doss.
So it's turned into Tolk. Okay.
How are you? Yeah, it's turned into talk. Thank you. Thank you for writing that down, because I 100% did not.
Okay. Sir, I delivered your parcel, your letter as you ordered me to.
Wonderful. Give me a quick debriefing, just so that we can run through, make sure that there was no treasonous activity that happened over the course of the mission. We got some controversial reports that you stepped foot onto some restricted areas. We want to hear it from your words as to what happened that lead to that happening.
Okay, so after debriefing, I went upstairs. I went to leave the establishment where we had the unorthodox but I understand necessary mission briefing for this parcel, and a communist. I was assaulted by a communist. Thankfully, the research and development social media protocol droid saved me from that attacking communists, as there was passerbys and witnesses to that event. At that point, I was disoriented and I was completely disoriented and confused after being assaulted and accosted by this communist that I unfortunately, I have to admit, I went in the wrong direction and wandered down the street, and I'm gonna admit my own guilt into a orange clearance street where I absent-mindedly knocked over an orange clearance citizen, and
you assaulted a higher-up official. Duly noted. We respect your confession.
Yeah, I'm just this is more of a confession than a debriefing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, sir. After that, I realized that I was walking back to Hogwash to regain my senses and get a good sense of how Unit LM 24/7 works. I did my own duties and noticed that there's a double parked auto car outside, and while the mission is priority number one, I do not want to slack on my own on my duties as part of CPU, and
we deeply appreciate that.
Yep. Tempted to call Internal Security Parking Authority and have them and let them know about the ticketing. That there's some errant tickets on this vehicle, but I guess they just didn't. They didn't. I guess they must have lost connection or something. Something dropped. I don't know what happened there. So I called a private towing. I called a free market private towing company, and they took care of it. And offered to drive. I offered to drive to the impound lot, which would have been convenient and more convenient because they were going to drive. It was a little bit closer to the post office.
Of course, yes.
At that point, we were under attack by commie traders. A black transport pulled up next to us.
An infrared transport.
Yeah.
Pulled up next to you. That is brazen.
Yeah, it was brazen. It was you probably saw it on the security tapes, and not only that, but my driver, his name was I didn't catch which clone batch he was, but Toman O'Malley. He never told me which part of what his clone designation was. So it was revealed to be a treasonous an actual commie trader. I've never actually met one.
Actual communist. You felled two communists.
Two communists
today.
in one day. Yeah. And if you can download it directly from my PDC, and I'm sure LM can get my back here too. We even found communist propaganda in
communist propaganda.
I have it right here in my. I took a photo. You can see the photo where we found it on him.
Yes.
Yeah, and then also I still have it here. Have not looked at it, and I'll be happy to just get rid of it. So that happened, and then finally went to the post office, and with no trouble at all, as you can see through the PLC, HB and PLC postal service, went smooth as can be. An orange citizen by the name of Ebenezer Scrooge. He can also attest to how efficient that the service was that day, and and then we're out here. So that's
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Couple
That's wonderful. We appreciate all of that. Just doing some brief calculations for our purposes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you received a number of commendations. You're actually up for the Computer's Pet Award for your wonderful service here. But we do have to address the number of treasonous reports in your debriefing, as well as reports we received from a group of INT-Sec officers.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about mentioning that. So yeah, okay, well, sure. What did they have to say about what happened?
They said that they had spotted you cavorting with communists. There was a firefight that they blamed they put squarely on your shoulders. So unfortunately, we are going to have to fine you.
Okay, all right. Well, that's not a problem. I guess.
We're going to have to fine you 300 credits.
100. Okay, so let's see. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna look at my. God.
If you're low on money, you can always work a few extra hours at your job. I hear they need people to come in this Saturday.
Let's see. So 6. Just doing some math here. You're gonna use that Common Core. 70 minus 300. Okay, great. Well, that leaves me with 270 credits. So I guess you can. Yeah, that's good, right? Okay.
That's a net win. Treat yourself to something nice tonight.
Okay.
But no alcohol or drugs, because those are treasonous.
Yeah.
But you do also receive the Computer's Pet Award, which is going to come with a free ham that's going to come in the mail.
Actual ham. Oh.
Actual ham.
Oh, great. Okay. Awesome. Can I keep the LM 24/7? I think it's still not acclimated. Like, look, it was attached to my head earlier, and I really, really like that.
Unfortunately not. It is top secret technology that has been exposed to a great number of people. It will be shut down.
Okay.
And probably thrown into a furnace.
No.
A tiny LM 24/7 head forms next to the 3D representation of the hired commander,
right,
and gives you just the saddest look, and shakes its head, and then looks over at a burlap sack on the ground, and then looks back at you.
Okay. All right. Well,
your work has been. This has been a wonderful job. We're going to keep you in mind for future operations.
Thank you, sir.
The High Commander head goes away. The orb pops up, and it quickly turns back into LM 24/7's head. Oh, you can't let me die in a goddamn fire. You got to get me the fuck out of here.
Okay. I thought of something, and it's
right.
going to be. Is there? Okay. So. I need to get in contact with my secret society, with a representative from a Corpor Metal.
Wait, you're in a secret society? What secret society are you in?
Oh, I'm gonna level with you. I'm part of Corpor Metal, and
oh, those are the robot guys.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a robot.
I think I figured this out. I want to try to. So, if you know anything about Corpor Metal, we're very pro. We're pro robot, but then we're also.
I am very pro robot.
We're very much about the integration between clone and machine. So
of course.
Yeah. So it's maybe you can wrap yourself, or it doesn't have to be that drastic. Maybe we can have some just graft yourself onto my arm. Just wrap your
God, we'll be like what? So yeah, it immediately does that, and now you have a cool chrome metal sleeve tattoo.
Okay.
That depicts you. Guns akimbo, shooting at communists in a van.
Nice.
And it says in a twirling ribbon, "Best friends forever," and that is Paranoia.
Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness, that is so much fun.
I had to do a lot of mental gymnastics to figure to figure it out. To figure out
that was so much fun.
I gotta say, when I was the last time I played this was probably about 20 years ago, and
sure.
I'm so glad I used a character generator, because these, and I'll see, I think I already sent you the sheets, but if you want to post them up in the Tumblr, these stats are awful.
Oh yeah. Well, I like one of the things I like, and I'll post this on Twitter right before I post the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked that the generator gave you a 1 in a skill and then boosted that skill.
Yeah.
So your normal thing was 4, but like your special secret thing that you're supposed to just naturally be higher was a 5.
Yeah.
Like it just completely screwed you, and I thought that was the funniest thing.
Like, there's so many, there's like so many things where it's like, yeah, you can be like slightly good at this thing, but then like you're not good at it. I'm really not good at anything.
That was so much fun. Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, Jeff, this is a lot of fun, man.
People can follow you on Twitter at Billy Kumo.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, Jakara Pro, January 30th.
Yeah, and
Wrestle Factory, Northeast Philly.
And if you're listening to this even way after January 30th, 2016, you can find all of Chikara's matches on chikaratopia.com. It's a really great...
Chikaratopia.com.
Yeah.
It is a great service.
Yeah, it's a great service, great value, a lot of good shows, and the playlist system is really cool. Always check that out. And then, of course, kaiju.com for Kaiju Big Battle, which is, if you're not familiar with that, it's like kind of similar, but it's just giant foam monsters battering each other in the face.
It's pro wrestling meets Godzilla. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, there's a common core thread between all the different things I'm involved with, and then the last one's Welcome to Anadonia, which is I'm in a giant puppet suit in that. So
that's gonna be good. I really look forward to that. Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been great.
Yeah,
I am gonna throw it back to me in the future so that he can wrap things up. Take it, future me.
Thanks, past me, and thanks again to Ian for coming onto the show. That was so much fun. If you're in the Philly area, be sure to check out either of the 2 Chikara Pro shows coming up on January 30th. That's Days of the Phoenix at 2 p.m. and 5 Senses at 7 p.m., both at the Wrestle Factory, located at 4711 Wingate Street in Philadelphia. And if you're not in Philly, you can check out their dope streaming service at chikaratopia.com, where you can watch full matches from throughout Chikara history. Chikara is a special organization to me. It's no secret that I'm a pro wrestling guy, and Chikara is bar none my favorite. It's pro wrestling by way of superhero comic books, with masked luchadors and time travelers, magic hammers, sentient ice creams, and a champion who is a princess who saves herself. It's family friendly, there's no swearing, even from the crowd, and it's often silly and goofy, and sometimes a dance battle or a baseball game will happen in a match, but it's also heartfelt and melodramatic and compelling in just the best way. Also, one time they shut down for a year in what was essentially a long-form LARP. I helped save a hostage, I got a t-shirt, there were conspiracies, and then we all went bowling. It was great. Meanwhile, Kaiju Big Battle is pro wrestling by way of Godzilla, with wrestlers in monster suits smashing up cities and suplexing each other. And if that isn't enough to sell you, then I just don't know. Finally, check out Welcome to Anadonia and Spooky Squad. They're both really funny with that particular sense of humor that, if you like this show, I think you'll gravitate towards as well. Welcome to Anadonia involves foul-mouthed puppets, and Spooky Squad involves a Bigfoot learning karate. Again, you can find links to both shows in the show notes. You can also follow Ian on Twitter at Billy Kumo. You can follow the show on Twitter at Party of One Pod. You can like the show on Facebook at facebook.com/partyofonepodcast. And if you loved the show, you can consider leaving us a review on iTunes. 5-star reviews are really helpful in getting new people to find the show. Speaking of, thanks to Sudden Massive Existence Failure for giving us another 5-star review. Party of One is produced by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. This episode edited by Jeff Stormer, with help from Ian Vaflor. Theme song for the show is Infinite Lives by Random, aka Megaran, featuring the D&D Sluggers. Until next time, party people, thanks for listening, and remember, the computer is your friend. Be alert, trust no one, and keep your laser ready.